Hello guys, welcome back to Dan Diamond Chess. Today I'll be analyzing a game from the tournament I just played in Japan called the Golden Week Open, which was a FIDE rated tournament. My FIDE was 1500 and my opponent's was 1800. But most importantly, she was a WCM, which is a title player. So, without further ado, let's get into this game. Alright, so I was black in this game and my opponent began with the move d4. And then here I was thinking about playing the Slav defense, which is like d5 and then c6. But then I decided to play the Pierce defense, which is to play d6. And then my opponent played c4, which now I don't know what to play since this is not the Pierce. Pierce is with e4. So instead she played c4 and I just played normally. I just developed my pieces like this. And now she has a great center, but I can fight back with the move c5. And then now the center is closed. Yeah, and then I guess I was thinking about playing b5 in the future or something like that. But I have no idea how to play this position. So I just play the move a6. We develop some more, and then b6, and then bishop b7. Now she has a bit of an advantage because of the space. I'm kind of cramped together. And then now I played a blunder. I should castle king side because I need to put some pawns on the queen side in the future. But then I decided to play long castle because I thought the king side wasn't safe with h4 and then h5. So I decided to play long castle, which was a blunder since she has some great counterplay with the move b4, b5 in the future. And then she castled kingside, which is normal. And then I need to fight back in the center because I'm kind of cramped together. So I play e6, rook a2, take, and then rook e8. So I'm still kind of cramped together right now. And now I decide to escape with my king because b4 is incoming, and then I don't want to get checkmated. So I just ran with my king and then ran to the center. And then she has the b file, but my king is in the center now. So I guess I'm surviving for a little bit longer, but this position is still really bad for me. I play the move rook to a8. Now e5 is really strong right now to break through right away. When she missed it, she decided to prepare the move e5 for a longer time. Now she goes e5, which is a bit blunder since now I can just take and then win a pawn. And then she doesn't have anything, no fort because my knight is protecting this square. Queen to d2, g5 to prevent this pawn being taken. And then after she plays this, I put the knight on d6. And then I'm pretty solid right now. But she's still better since, her pieces are really coordinated. I'm still kind of cramped together over here. And yeah, and this pawn is pretty strong. My knight cannot move. And then I protect my pawn, and then here she blundered because this move doesn't accomplish anything. And then it gives me a tempo to play bishop c8, and then we trade the bishop. Now I have the b file, which is really strong, and then I got rid of my bad bishop here. I wanted to trade queens, but she obviously didn't want to. And now I played a crucial move, knight b5, and after takes, I have connected passed pawns, which is really strong. But the position is still really complicated since she has two passed pawns here. Her rooks are really good, and her queen is really threatening here. But really complicated position. Queen to f3, I don't think that's a good move. I don't see any point in that move. Rook to d8, I attack the pawn. I play rook to a6, which I think is a good move since I protect this pawn in case of something, and I blockade this pawn, and I also protect this square, which is really good. She attacks my pawn, I defend my pawn. Queen g6, rook a8, because I don't want to get forked here. So I play here to attack the pawn. She takes the pawn, and now I cannot take. Wait, what did I play? Oh, I push the pawn because I can't take because of some I'll lose the f6 pawn in the future after check and then taking the pawn here. So I push the pawn, and now the position is really complicated. I thought I'd lose after the move d6, but after take, I'm actually winning because like everything is kind of hanging right now. If she takes my rook here, I take this rook, and then I have 2 pawns for her 1 pawn, so I'm winning. Um, if she takes my rook, then I can take her queen first, and then when she takes my queen, I take her rook, and then I'm still up 1 pawn, and then the connected pass pawns are really strong. So really complicated position. So instead, she gave a check on g7, but still, my king is a hero right now, protecting the rook and the queen. And then after we trade the rooks, queen to b7, but then I have to move queen to a6, which defends everything. And then now she made a like big blunder right here, queen to b6. I trade the queens, and the point is, if I take the rook, which is a blunder, then b7 basically wins, because promotion cannot be stopped. But the computer still says it's a draw because c3 apparently, and then she queens, but it's really complicated position right here. But anyway, it's still a blunder because I can simply play rook to b8, and then she has to play rook to a6, rook b7, and then the pawn is basically trapped. h4, and I thought of a clever idea, because if I take now, I just sort of like she's kind of winning because the h4 pawn cannot be stopped. So I found the move rook to b8, which basically next move I put my king on b7, and then I can take the h4 pawn. So she saw that, and she decided to play the move b7. And then we trade pawns, and then now this pawn cannot be defended, and then we trade another set of pawns. But now I'm still up a pawn, and these 2 pawns will promote. And then now I just have to don't mess up this endgame, and then I win. So I play rook to d4, which cuts the king off. I think that's a really good move. And then I put my king in front of the pawns. I support my pawns using my king, and his king is still cut off. And then I slowly but surely push these pawns, and then I eventually queen. And then I win the rook, and then the f7 pawn almost promotes, but now if promotion, then I still have another pawn which can be used. And then now she decided to resign. So I think this game, she had a really great position, but at the end I stayed calm, and then I turned this game around. And I think this game is it's a really incredible game, and yeah. Oh yeah. By the way, in this tournament I got 3 points out of 5, and I got 15th place out of 50. So, guess that's okay. Yeah.